If you're looking for a beginner guide to Adobe Illustrator, then you are in the right place. I'll take you step by step, tool by tool, until you are an expert on Adobe Illustrator. I'll even point out some common roadblocks for beginners. I'll be methodical to make sure you don't miss a step, building skill upon skill. Get ready to learn something new. When you start Adobe Illustrator, this is the first screen you're going to see, or something very similar to this, because they do change this periodically. But in the top left, you're going to click on New File right here, or go up to the top where it says File and then New. When you do that, it's going to offer you some preset choices for what kind of file you want. But we're just learning the basics here, so let's go down and hit Create. So that will bring you to this screen where you see this big white rectangle, and this is your artboard. This is the space to create your vector graphics. And we create those vector graphics using the tools on the left bar right here. So we're going to start with this top tool, which is the Selection tool. The Selection tool is used to resize and move around objects. To demonstrate that, let's click on this square here, left click that square, and then come over here and left click drag on your artboard, and you've made your first square or rectangle. To make that easier to see, let's go over here to this section here where you see this, there's a fill. Just double click on that, and then you can choose your color. You can scroll through this color bar and then choose a specific color here on the left. Just left click the color that you want. I think I want something easy to see right now, so red. I'm going to left click about right here and then hit OK. And so as a beginner, this can be really frustrating because you've drawn your square or rectangle and you want to move it around. You're like, well, I'm going to move this to the bottom. I'm just going to left click on it and move it, and nothing happens. Instead, a square or rectangle has been drawn again. I'm going to move this one, and it's not working. Why? It's because you're still in the rectangle mode. We need to go to the Selection mode right here. This is the Selection tool. I left click that, and now I've got the Selection tool, and I can move these around. Just a quick note, when you're drawing the rectangle, you can actually, it doesn't have to be perfect square, but if you want it to be, you can actually hit the Shift key. So if I come over here, hold down Shift and draw, you can see it's got a perfect square. It's keeping its aspect ratio. Or let's say that this rectangle right here is the kind of rectangle that you want, but you want it smaller or larger, but you still want to keep the aspect ratio. In other words, the ratio of this side to this side will be the same. Just mouse over right here, hover over, hold on the Shift key, and then drag, and then it keeps that rectangle aspect ratio, but it can still change the size. Let's say you're drawing this blue square here, and then I need to move it up. Obviously, I have to switch to this tool, so I click on it, and then move it up, and then, I needed to draw another rectangle. So you go to the Rectangle tool, draw a rectangle, and you got to move it up again. So you, again, click that tool, and you move it up. This is not an efficient way to do things. You need to learn the shortcuts. You don't have to learn all the shortcuts for the entire program, but a few of these you need to learn, and one of those is the Selection tool. The shortcut key for this is V. As you can see right here, it says V. An easy way to remember it is that the shape of my tool looks like an upside down V. So if we're trying to do that, I can again go to the Rectangle tool. This would be a great time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's quick, easy, and it's free. Make it, hit V, and then I can instantly move it around. Another shortcut you're going to want to know is the letter A. A is the Direct Selection tool right here. So the Direct Selection tool lets you change the corners or the points of a shape. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to mouse over a corner, and then I'm going to see where it says Anchor. I'm going to see this little white square pop up underneath my cursor. I'm going to left click, hold it down, and then drag, and then I can change that corner. Now this whole thing I can change because it's in a mode where I can change all the corners. So let me just grab this one, and I can move these anywhere I want them to go. This can be frustrating as a beginner in Adobe Illustrator because what you'll do is just say, oh, that's great, I'm going to try it out on my own. And so you come over here and you say, all right, let me select this one and let me move this corner. Oh, it won't move. And then you try it again. It won't move. So this can be really frustrating. All you have to do is click off of it like this, then mouse over, just hover over it, then click, and then it lets you manipulate it from there. But again, going back and forth could be annoying and a time waster. So If I hit A, it's direct selection, but if I hit V, then I've got the selection where I can move the entire object. I'm going to hit A, and I can click off, mouse over, and I'm back doing this. And another shortcut is just simply, even though I'm in the direct select, if I click the middle, then I'm in the other mode where I can move the entire object. To get back to the other one, I'm going to have to hit A, click off of it, and then I'm back in again. So move on to the next video if you're comfortable with these two tools. Don't move on. These are the two most used tools in the program. So take your time, play with them, and when you're really, really comfortable, then move on to the next video and we can then learn some new things. This would be a great time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's quick, easy, and it's free.